Traitors hurt. Meghan and Harry collapse as Queen snubbed liars' statements in the Oprah interview. After the major snub by the Obamas and the real power players, the Sussex is back to throwing trash at the royal family. Today, Harry and Meghan believe the Queen has failed to act over incendiary allegations of racism made during their bombshell interview with Oprah, and disliked Her Majesty's recollections may vary response to them, an updated biography of the couple has claimed. Buckingham Palace has not issued any updates beyond its initial statement on the matter. In a new chapter of Finding Freedom featured in People magazine, authors Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand say that the couple believes that the Queen did not take full ownership of the issues raised and that little has been done since. In an extract of their new chapter, Mr. Scobie and Ms. Durand say the comment did not go down well. In response to this statement, an unnamed royal insider said, "The royal family has been ruthless at times over the many decades or centuries. What's stopping them now?" The firm and their courtiers may have thought Her Majesty's subtle "recollections may vary" was very clever, but it was a pebble in the ocean compared to the duo's statements. The time now is for a ruthless PR release or a leak, pointing out that there were 26 falsehoods in the Oprah interview, mentioning the bullying report and finishing with noticing that the dukedom given to Harry as a working royal was being removed. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle insinuated that the royal aides didn't want to silence the media or spin a lie to cover her bad behaviors. In the Oprah interview, Meghan Markle said it was character assassination against her, when actually the media is only reporting her character shown through her behaviors. Meghan Markle expected the palace staff to defend her bad behaviors, as she said in the Oprah interview. If it was Kate, they would defend her. Well, Kate never behaved like Meghan Markle. Considering that the majority of their claims during the Oprah interview proved to be lies, how can they expect anyone to own anything? The minute you lie is the minute to cast doubt as to the honesty and integrity of anything you have to say. At the very moment in time, they lost all credibility. The Queen's response was perfect as she challenged what they had to say without actually coming out and calling them liars. The Sussexes rolled the dice and they once again misjudged the situation, with the whole thing blowing up in their faces. At the moment, the world is going to hell in a handcart, and these two can only think about themselves. Mr. Scobie also revealed that Harry and Meghan are entering the era of visibility and seem to be existing in a different place. He said the couple, who've been on parenting leave since the birth of their second child, Lilibet Diana, on June 4th, now in the thriving chapter of their life as they plan to restart more in-person charity work with their Archwell Foundation. Unbelievable. It's tactless of Omid Scobie to announce that Harry and Meghan are now in a thriving chapter. It's worse than Meghan's self-pity at the end of the South African tour. There's all the human suffering in Afghanistan and the continued battle against the COVID pandemic, yet Meghan and Harry are dwelling on themselves still. Oh well, as long as they're thriving. And so much for wanting privacy. He also told how they are really excited about the busy autumn and winter of public engagements in the U.S. The author's comments come one day after the Sussexes issued an extraordinary statement in response to the crisis in Afghanistan, declaring themselves speechless. Wow. It added that the update would also feature Meghan's emotional healing journey from losing a child to the birth of their daughter Lilibet, the continuous challenges the couple faced regarding privacy and the British press, and the heartbreak the couple felt over Prince Philip's death. The only problem they face with privacy is they won't quit talking to the press or to people they instruct to tell the media what they said. If they'd shut up, they wouldn't have any privacy issues. Indeed, a close source said to us that they are all about their own mental and emotional health while they destroy others. And now we have to endure more photo ops from them and hear endless sermons and testimonies about how wise and stable they've become and how we should become more like them. How we have so much in common, all issued from their super elite Montecito bastion, surrounded by their team and their servants. But no, family, this matters little to them. The fact that this person, Scobie, is an ordained biographer and spokesperson for the Markles is a reflection of just how desperate they are. He looks like a claymation character. I actually find his face disturbing. And the things he claims to know, he is nothing more than a pathetic sycophant. I believe, like Markle, he also dreamed of being a princess when he was a child, and this is as close as he'll ever get to realizing that dream. I just can't fathom that the Markles don't understand how ridiculous they look, letting that person represent them. Here in America, we haven't any interest in anything these two are trying to sell. Their small circle of sycophants seem to feed off each other. The wake of their destruction, leaving the monarchy, and the humiliation of that Oprah interview was just a preview of what's really coming. There are far better charities to support and actually see the benefits those charities contribute. We all know these two are greedy. They may talk the talk, but they do not walk the walk. They are not fooling us. They are not fooling the world. They are only fools. Harry and Meghan need to take a good, hard look at themselves and see how lucky they truly are. They live in a mansion, have two beautiful children, and really are so lucky. They need to be more like the Queen in never complain and never explain. The Queen has lived by this motto all her life, and a bit less complaining from the sexesses would be advisable. They are so irritating and demanding. Markle is an aggressively ambitious fame, status, and wealth-hungry tornado. Of course, they will make themselves seen as much as possible and more than ever. Harry and Meghan didn't need their mouthpiece to tell us that, but I do think they should stop calling themselves the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Why? Because it's a title directly tied to the UK head of state, ergo the UK, and as such, there must be no blurred lines that Harry and Meghan speak only for themselves when they address the world, and are no way representatives of the UK head of state or its nation, bypassing prime ministers and senior politicians. There must be no confusion about that, and using royal titles directly tied to the British monarchy and its head of state could easily create that misconception. Dear England, I can help you with this. Meghan is different than Harry, and there's no reason to expect her children to be any better than that. This is a plot by Meghan to force Charles to make her kids prince and princess. I understand that the discussion was actually started by Harry himself. Meghan lied about it when it was said, trying to paint it as relating to titles. It was not. I also suspect that her dissatisfaction with life in England stems from her realization that she would never outrank others in the royal family, and it would simply make her very angry. As you can now see, do not let her control you. She is poison. As an American, I apologize for her behavior, which I find despicable and manipulative. She is not welcome in my country either. But since we produced her, well, we will have to put up with her. Again, I apologize for her unforgivable behavior. What I find interesting is that the Sussexes and Cambridges do things so differently. On the one hand, the Sussexes keep saying that they're gonna do things, but then it doesn't happen. Or it's a gesture of some type with media coverage for everything. Then you've got the Cambridges, who raise awareness to good causes when they visit. They make the cause about the cause or the people, not about themselves. They take a genuine interest and ask people for their experiences. They do things privately as well, which I've always commended, like when she went to pay her respects. I know who I'd prefer.